Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Abington Green Wave football, where tonight the Green Wave travel over the Cape Cod Canal to take on the Falcons of Mashpee High School at Mashpee High School. My name is Sean Riley. With me tonight is Kevin Whalen. Kevin, big game for both of these teams. The first South Shore League game for the Green Wave. Mashpee has already played Cohasset, I believe, in Nantucket. Nantucket's not a member of our league. But they're coming in here with a good record, and the Green Wave need a win for this game.
Absolutely, Sean. I mean, it's great to get this is when the real season starts here tonight, where they have the league play, and we've been telling everyone how the rest of the season prior to this is preparation for this. I mean, obviously, Mashpee has just had such a great run of success over the last 5 or 6 years. Coach DeVeri and his staff have just done a great job. Probably one of the best coaches in the state. So, you got up against a lot. I don't really know how the Green Wave is going to be able to pull one out tonight. But obviously, Devon Ford graduated. They had a great line last year. Gonzalez was another kid that they had a huge line. And Gonzalez really was a dangerous tight end as well. They had a lot of weapons. So see what the Green Wave, see if Mashpee can reload rather than rebuild, and see if the Green Wave can take on the defending champs of their league.
I'm looking for a good game here by the Green Wave. They're coming down here with a vengeance, want to prove themselves. And referee Brian Clemmy just signaled that the Green Wave will take the opening kickoff to start this year's game. Last year, Mashpee ended up winning on a 21-20 barn burner. It was a home game for the Green Wave. A lot of these games have been unbelievably exciting games, both home and away.
They have been. I think, they've been more competitive usually when they're up at Abington. But, Mashpee, obviously, it's a long bus ride for them, and it's a long bus ride for us to come down here tonight. But it's, the Green Wave, it's, obviously it's going to be, they're kind of building off the last couple of days winning. Last week they had a big win, and so hopefully they can build off of that win and get another W tonight.
Yeah, a good crowd of Abington folks who came down here to Mashpee to watch the game live and in person. Beautiful night.
Green Wave Nation always travels well, Sean.
That's right. Glad to have you here with us tonight, Kevin. It's always good to have you doing the commentary with us.
Well, it's a beautiful night to be down here on the Cape.
I want to thank the Mashpee Police Department, who were checking our security and safety earlier this evening before the game started.
There's Bill Marquardt, class of '79.
On the field. They are just reading off a memorial to a teacher who recently passed away in Mashpee, having a quick moment of silence before the national anthem.
Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem is going to be sung by Mashpee High School junior Claire Symes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, let's get ready for some football. Bill Davis doing camera work down here at Mashpee's stadium, a grass stadium. This is not artificial turf, much like Memorial Field in Abington.
Gosh, Sean, another fine rendition of the national anthem starting off the year in Hingham, and then another one tonight down at Mashpee. Got to give props to that young lady. Nice job.
She did a great job. Let's see if the Green Wave can come out firing. You gave credit and props to the Mashpee coaching staff. I got to give a shout out to the Green Wave coaching staff, led by Coach Jim Kelleher in his 46th year as the varsity head football coach, Ed Riley, the offensive coordinator, and Jim Daly. I'm sure they're going to be conjuring up a couple of surprises for the Mashpee Falcons tonight, and this is an important first step for the Green Wave to take this league game, because next week we'll be coming home for 3 weeks. We'll be playing Carver at home, which is a league game. Then we're going to play Medford High School at home, which is a first. And then we're going to be having Cohasset travel to Abington for our third home game. And that'll be our third league game for the South Shore League. So Mashpee, Carver, and Cohasset are our league games. And that will help decide who's going to go in the playoff, into the playoff season. So you can see deep back there is Klein, number 4, along with Costa Retzos. The kick goes to Retzos. Picks it up at about his own 30-yard line and brings it up to about the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. 12-minute quarters with the new rules, Kev.
12 minutes, and, can't complain about it anymore, Sean. That's the new normal.
That's right.
So Green Wave, looking for the Green Wave, as we always said, the Green Wave really is a run-first team. They always run the offense that they run. It's really a run-first option, see what they do, really to make the play off the pass of that. So see what they do here right coming out, see if they can try to establish the run and take control of the line of scrimmage.
And good news for the Green Wave. Colby Augusta, our senior quarterback, is back after an injury.
And captain?
Yep, he's going to be running the offense for the Green Wave. Give right up the left side. Dive to Klein, picks up about 5 yards.
Just nice way of finding. I like to see that, especially Klein usually has been kind of more on the outside or off tackle. Tonight they're starting off the game, putting him right up the middle. Good job on first down, picking up 5 yards, making it 2nd and 5 for the Green Wave.
Nice burst on the left side of the line there. See big number 55, Jarib Cole on the left side helping out. Jake Bennett in the middle. And a flag thrown from the side judge. Is probably going to be, if a defender lined up offside.
Well, that could be a first down.
That's what it is. The new rules under the Federation, if a defender lines up offside or just steps over the line, doesn't matter if you get back or not now. Once you cross that line and the center has his hand on the ball, they're going to blow the whistle and give you a 5-yard penalty.
And we've seen that a few times this year where the Green Wave was on the opposite side of that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now on the Green Wave 45-yard line. We've only had one play from scrimmage.
Good field position for the Green Wave here, 1st and 10.
Green Wave break the huddle, come out to the line.
Looks like Schmidt's over on the far side.
Klein lining up behind Gabe Spry in the backfield in the I formation. They give to Klein on the right side. Klein trying to swing it on the right side of the line, gets him room, gets over midfield, up to about the 47-yard line.
About an 8-yard pickup, some good blocking, and then pulling out as the guards are pulling out to the outside, the right side. Nice job by the Green Wave offensive line.
So, a couple of good pushes off the line of scrimmage.
You'd like to
right
see
now.
what you're seeing so far. It looks like they're controlling that line of scrimmage, pushing them back and getting good yardage. One of the things now, Sean, it's like, you want to try to, I think, establish that run, keep that run until they can show that they can stop it.
That's right. I'd say that to both coaches. 2nd and 2 now after that 8-yard pickup. Augusta calls his cadence. Gives again a Klein right side, looking for some room. Oh, just slips down on the turf. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. I don't think anyone really hit him there.
No.
He just kind of lost his footing.
Just as he was cutting upfield, just as, we all know he's got just great vision, able to really, when he sees that hole, he's able to cut and accelerate. Probably one of the best leagues in this, definitely one of the best backs in this league, without question, if not on the South Shore. And Klein was just able to try to cut up and just lost his footing and went down. Makes it about a 3rd and about 3.
Green Wave wearing their white away jerseys. Schmidt lining up wide to the near side. It's a good camera view right there from Billy Davis. Klein in motion to give up the middle, though, to Spry. Spry gets the first down and more, just driving the pile. Nice job by Gabe Spry, the big senior fullback.
Well, that could be the new Pony Express, John. Gabe Spry and Klein. Absolutely. Spry is definitely someone who can really hammer the pile and push the pile, where Klein is definitely can kind of weave his way through him, just a dynamic player.
So the Green Wave moving the stakes. Get the ball down to about the Mashpee 41-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Similar formation with Spry and Klein in the backfield. Augusta gives Spry with a dive over the left tackle. Gets about 1 or 2 and then stood up, pushed back by the boys in blue.
Yeah, that was Klein. The other thing that's important here, the Green Wave is really just eating a lot of time off the clock here, Sean. They all on the run. So this drive is probably taking several minutes off the clock.
2nd and 9 for Abington.
At the 40-yard line.
Beautiful night down here in Mashpee.
Absolutely. And if we're 40-yard line, Green Wave definitely in 4-down territory.
Green Wave again with the 2 running backs. Schmidt out wide to the near side. Looks like might be Retzos in the wing. Looking to throw is Colby. Puts it up in the air. No, he's still got it. He's rolling right. Colby still looking for downfield passes. Now turns it upfield and just gets tripped up as he crosses the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of a couple. I thought he let go of that one, but he cocked it back under and started rolling right.
It looked like everybody was on the left-hand side. They were all covered, so he kind of pulled it down and was looking for somebody on the right side and was able to tuck it and run. Good job, good decision. Just want to make sure that you take care of the ball. As we all know, in high school football, it's all about turnovers and not giving the other team the opportunity.
So 3rd and about 7 now for Abington with the ball at about the 38. Got to get it down inside the 31. Augusta puts a man in motion, give up the middle, nothing doing though. Spry had just a lot of bodies right in front of no hole at all, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good play there by Mashpee, stacking up on that left side. Spry had nowhere to go. Good job, making it 4th and about 6 here.
Ball again at the 38-yard line. 4th and about 7, we'll call it. Yep.
7, yeah.
Colby Augusta talking with offensive coordinator Ed Riley. Retzos checking in for Abington, and Spry's going to take a breather.
Well, this is a decision you got to make, right? Do you want to punt it and maybe push him back all the way and give him a long field where, it makes it more difficult in high school football. So, somebody usually going to make a mistake, on a 90-yard drive, or do you go for it in 4th and 7?
Oh, the ball at the 38. If you punt it and it goes in the end zone, they're going to get the ball in the 20 anyhow.
Right. But usually they kick it about 30, 35 yards. So
have it roll, look for a bad bounce or loose ball.
Just kick it out of bounds and 2.
Timeout called on the field. Want to thank the Abington Green Wave cheerleaders also for coming down. There's a good Billy Davis, I think, is getting you a shot of the scoreboard. Shows you 7:06 left. Here in the first quarter, no score. This is Abington's first possession. There's our cheerleaders.
Cheerleaders for the Green Wave. We also have our captains out there tonight. Colby Augusta, number 2. Number 4, Will Klein. 54, Sean Landers. And number 42, Gabe Spry. I was looking right at 44. That's why I said it, Sean. But 42, of course, Gabe Spry. Kind of in his senior year here. He's had a great career so far for the Green Wave, both defensively and offensively.
Yeah, big game last week where he really broke it open in that second half. Good to see that, again, that thunder and lightning combination of Spry and Klein coming out of the backfield.
Absolutely. It really mixes it up. It gives the other team something to think about. You got to really spread the field. You got to contain Klein when he goes to the outside, because when he gets out in the open field, he's so dangerous. And Spry can just run it right up the gut. 4th
down, shotgun formation for Augusta. Got McGuire and Klein out wide to the near side. Here comes Schmidt in motion right at you. Rolling to the left is Augusta. Puts it up in the air, looking downfield, and it falls incomplete. That'll be a turnover and downs for the Green Wave at the 38-yard line. They moved the ball well, but then just stalled when they got inside the 40.
Absolutely. I liked what I saw there, Sean. You took about, 5.5 minutes off the clock, and, good job by the Green Wave kind of establishing the run there and, kind of taking control of the line of scrimmage. So liked all those were good things, just got to finish. And I think that's one of the things that they got to build on from the first couple of games this year is where they, when they get into the other team's, deep into the other team's side of the ball, they really need to, or side of the field, they really need to finish.
That's right, and they were taking some good time off the clock. We've got 6:59 left on the clock right now. Mashpee will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ryan Hendricks, number 14, is the quarterback. Of course, this is like totally new players all from last year. I mean, Devon Ford, I think, started as a freshman. He's moved on, the big number 5 last year for the Mashpee Falcons.
Shotgun formation. It's a keeper on the left side, and Kendricks gets hit, maybe pick up 1 or 2.
That was number 50 for the Green Wave, Jake Bennett.
He's up to the 40-yard line.
Good job, good quick pursuit there by the boys in white, green and white tonight.
Pick up about 2 of the play for the Falcons, makes it about 2nd and 8.
And knock it right on the 40-yard line. 0-0, let's go here in the first quarter down at Mashpee High School. This is Mashpee's first possession after Abington's drive stalled on the 38-yard line. Mashpee comes out. Quarterback under center with 3 men in the backfield. And they give, coming around on the right side, now having to punch away around, is good pursuit inside, but he does get it around the side. That was number 8. That's Kendall Rose, a very talented running back, a senior for the Falcons.
Jerry Cole, number 52 on the tackle for the Green Wave.
Looked like the Green Wave cornerback kind of over pursued a little bit, got caught inside, and he was able to punch it out around and get a couple extra yards.
Well, I think, one of the things we always talk about that what makes successful high school teams defensively, it's definitely defensive end teams, defensive end play. If you can keep the ball inside the the defensive ends, it makes your defense a lot more effective, all game long and all season long. And if offensively, it's always about the quarterback and the wide receivers being able to kind of throw it down and out on a consistent basis.
3rd and 3 at the 45-yard line. Backfield looking to throw, do a quick slant. It connects right at midfield. It'll be enough for the first down as they get into Green Wave territory. The receiver on that play was Devin Hughes.
Nice connection there. Hendricks kind of just a two-step quick drop, really not allowing any pressure by the Green Wave to get there because he got rid of the ball so quickly. It's kind of one of the things we were talking about last week, Sean, with Norwell. Obviously, if that's what they're going to do, what you need to do is kind of get right up on the line of scrimmage with those guys and hit them so you kind of throw off the timing of that pattern.
That's right. Number 77 for Mashpee, is Brett Hickey. They list him as 6'2", 300. He's a big boy over there on the left side of the Falcon line.
That's big at any level of football.
That's right. 1st and 10 now for Mashpee at the Green Wave 48-yard line. And whistles on the field. Timeout called by Coach Treveri and company.
As Mashpee enters the Green Wave territory for the first time tonight. Now, of course, the new rules, we are 12-minute quarters, but there's only 3 timeouts. Green Wave has burnt one of their timeouts, and Mashpee just did in their first drive as well. So we got just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter at Michael Horn Stadium.
That's right.
I want to thank Bill Davis for filming tonight. Always does a great job.
Always does a great job. I think he's getting a shot right now of the cheerleaders for us.
In this break in action. So, the Green Wave, like you said, Sean, the biggest thing right now is really to stay focused on your league because although the overall record can affect your placement in the standings as far as playoff and where you get placed as far as seeding, it's important to win your league. That's going to help in your seeding as well because generally speaking, the first round you're going to play either somebody in a lower seed or somebody in your league that you've already played. So it's important to have that opportunity to play them at home.
And with no offense to the proud people in Carver, it's predicted that the Green Wave will beat Carver in next week for their second league game. So if the Green Wave can pull the victory here, it'll come down to an Abington-Cohasset game, which could decide who's the league champions. Here comes Mashpee, though. 1st and 10. Backfield to give the second man through. That's number 5. Going down the left side, gets some room down the sideline. And number 5 is Nick Santos. Sorry for the delay, but Mashpee, for whatever reason, doesn't have their roster in numerical order. They have it in order of age, literally.
So, one of the things I think, talking about Cohasset, not looking ahead, Sean, but one of the things about Cohasset is it's always, they seem to play a lot tougher when they're home.
Yeah.
When they, in Abington, it seems like it's almost been a home-and-home series where, Cohasset does well at home and then Abington does well at home as well against Cohasset. This year, of course, we're fortunate that the Cohasset game is at Abington.
Ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Put a man in motion. They give the fullback up the middle. He breaks free. Mashpee using a lot of different running backs. That's Jack Vinitsky. I believe that was his first run of the game, number 12.
Number 12 with the carry. Number 4, Will Klein on the tackle, along with Tommy Finesse, number 34. A lot of misdirection, kind of like a lot of fakes in the backfield, trying to give misdirection, trying to get people to go the wrong way.
Get the ball marked just inside the 30 now. It'll be second down for the Falcons. They put 2 receivers out wide in backfield behind the quarterback, number 14, Ryan Hendricks. Hendricks gives the second man through trying to get outside. That's Rose, I believe, and he goes nowhere.
Number 53 for the Green Wave, Shea McClellan.
McClellan doing a great job.
And number 52, Jeray Cole.
That's right.
Doing a great job for the Green Wave.
Jeray and Jarib Cole, the twin brothers out there. 52 is Jeray, 55 is Jarib.
And that's what you want to see, too, is on that first down, right? You want to make the big stop on first down.
I think that was second.
That was second down, was it? Okay.
It'll be, where's the ball marked now? At the 30-yard line. Mashpee breaks their huddle. They send wideouts to both sides now. See if the Green Wave can put some pressure if they're going to throw. Hendricks looks over the D, calls his cadence. He gives, though. And nice hit right up on the line of scrimmage.
Klein coming right up. That's a great job by Klein, coming up and filling that hole, reading that play. It's a great job by Klein.
Vinitsky had nowhere to go. Might have lost one. Let's see where they mark it.
So Klein's playing, in the defensive back. So he's coming right up, seeing where that ball's going, just filling that off-tackle hole and making that tackle nice, just perfect textbook, breaking down and tackling the offensive player. Good job by Klein.
Ball on the 30.
Picked up about a yard on that play.
See what Mashpee does here.
So it looks like it's, what, about 2 yards, 4 yards to go?
Mashpee trying to spread out the Green Wave defense. Looking to throw. Rolling, puts it up, ball's tipped in the air, and it falls incomplete.
Turnover on downs.
It'll be a turnover.
Wow, kind of almost exact same, set of series of offenses series for both sides there. Getting a couple of first downs, moving the ball pretty effectively, but then when you get down around the 30, they just stalls right there. The Green Wave coming up with a big defensive stand to take the ball back over. Great job by the Green Wave there. Klein obviously had a great play. I didn't see who tipped that ball, but that's great defense. You want to get your hands up. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, get your hands up. You tip that ball and make it incomplete. Great job.
2:24 left in the first quarter clock with the ball at the Abington 30 now. 1st and 10 for the second possession of the game for the Green Wave. Augusta calls his cadence, gives right side Klein, looking for an opening. Gets hit pretty good up at the line of scrimmage. Big scrum, and now the ball pile's still moving, and he gets another 5 yards where nothing was there at all at the beginning. Wow, good job by the whole Green Wave team there on the right side, and Klein keeping on his feet.
Just keeping your legs moving. Second effort is so important there. That's meant 5 yards to Green Wave, and rather than being, second and long, you end up with a, makeable 2nd and 5 situation there. Good job by the Green Wave. Remember a couple of years ago, Sean, where the Mashpee had a play where it went about 20 yards. I think it went for a touchdown, where just the pile and the scrum just moved from the 20-yard line all the way into the end zone.
Schmidt on the near side out wide, eye backfield. Klein in the backfield, put a man in motion, is Retzos.
Fumble.
Yeah, Colby had to just eat that one, and he'll get no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Well, you'll take that as long as you don't give the ball back to Mashpee there.
Good blocking given that first play. I saw Gabe Spry, the lead fullback, come out of the pile along with Jarib Cole.
We're calling his name quite a bit tonight. Both Jure and Jarib would call them both their name number 52 and 55 for the Green Wave.
Here comes Abington now. 3rd and 5. Again, Spry and Klein in the backfield.
Sounds like a law firm.
Augusta again puts the man in motion. They give, trying to come over the left side, and that's Spry. It looks like he's going to have enough. He's got to get over that line and see where they mark the ball. Yeah, they got it, Kev.
The first down, big first down pickup. Nice job.
Ball at the 40, 1st and 10. Sean Riley, Kevin Whalen, and Billy Davis bringing this Abington Green Wave football action. The Green Wave started the season on a 18-0 loss to Hingham, but it was a well-played game by the Green Wave against a Division II opponent.
Yeah, and Hingham's got a great team. They got some really good skilled players, along with a very big, down linemen. So,
1st and 10. Augusta fakes the pitch, but gives it to Spry, who picks up about 3 or 4 yards the hard way. After the Hingham game, we had the Rockland game. Rockland had a great game against us, and then
was it Haskins, the kid from Rockland, just a great player. Vasquez had a great game. He's a great ball player, probably one of the best players in Southeastern Mass without question. He's just
That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter here as we come down to the final seconds, but he just had a great night, and he's continuing to have a great season for the Rockland.
Yeah, Rockland undefeated thus far in the season, and then we went on to play Norwell in the Green Wave. Both teams had a kind of real shaky first half, but then Abington came out with a solid second half and ran away with it. With Gabe Spry scoring 2 touchdowns and Drew Donovan with an 80-yard interception return really just broke it open.
Well, really, the Green Wave was fortunate. I mean, in the Norwalk game last week, it was one of those things where we had it was really a very close game. Abington 14 was down 14-12. The next thing you know, they got a couple of picks and were able to, really take advantage of all the turnovers there for the Green Wave. So it really turned out good. So just saw a picture of Bill Marquardt again, who does, not only football, but he does all the different high school sports.
Yeah.
Taking
Amazing.
pictures and does a great job, and I'm sure these kids will be seeing those pictures for many years in the yearbook and things like that. So really appreciate all the things that Bill Marquardt does.
So the ball's on the 43 to start off the second quarter. No score down here in Mashpee. 2nd and 7 for the Green Wave. They break the huddle. Schmidt out wide to the near side. Klein's the deep man in the eye. Augusta calls the cadence. Fakes, looking downfield, puts it up in the air, looking deep for Donovan, and just overthrows Donovan down inside the 20-yard line.
He was definitely there, Sean,
Yeah.
running the solid, the green wave. He had the speed to get by him, just thrown about 2 or 3 yards too far for Drew Donovan to grab that.
Donovan's just a sophomore, and the kid's got wheels, so that's a connection I'm sure they're going to continue to work on. Each receiver, Augusta is, as a quarterback, has to learn each different receiver, how quick they are exactly. Each guy runs a little differently, and
Everything comes
he's got to
into
adjust
play.
with every single throw he makes, which is not that easy sometimes. As the season goes on, they all start connecting.
Well, that's been a money play for the Green Wave for many, many years.
Third down, shotgun for Augusta. There's wideouts on each side. Looking to throw. Quick down and out. And he connects. No, it's in and out of the hands of Donovan at that time. So he'll bring up, but a fourth down for Abington.
A punting situation. So it's going to be the first punt tonight for either team.
Ball marked at the 43.
Going back deep is number 4. It's Devin Hughes.
See what they do if they do the rugby kick here with Klein. Or if they set up in the traditional lineup.
Well,
4th and 7.
Green Wave likes to do that. They put the player on the right. It could act like as a blocker if they think they have it, or they can just roll out and kick it.
Spry in motion. They snap to Klein, rolling to his right. Now goes to kick it. Oh, it's blocked. Ball's up in the air, though. And, goes off a Mashpee play. It's a live ball. Live ball.
Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen that, Sean.
Green Wave recovery.
Green Wave ball right over the 50-yard line.
That's a fresh set of downs for Abington. That's very fortunate for Abington.
Well, I don't think that's how the coach wanted to draw that up, but we'll take it.
The
Blocked
punt
by Mashpee, and then after the line of scrimmage, went off the helmet of another Mashpee player. It looks like number 59 for the Green Wave might have picked up that ball. Aaron Siegel.
Ball is now marked on the Mashpee 48. 1st and 10.
Well, we're talking about turnovers being so important, Sean. Right there's a big one from Mashpee, giving the Green Wave another opportunity here, another set of downs.
Wow.
Last week, the Green Wave against Norwell was very opportunistic and taking advantage of all the turnovers from Norwell Clippers. So let's see what they do tonight.
See if the Green Wave can take advantage of this, though. 1st and 10 at the Mashpee 48-yard line. Augusta pitches back to Klein. Klein, though, slips down and gets tackled back at the Abington 48 or so. So a quick loss on the first down play for the Green Wave.
One of the things they're all key in, you saw as soon as Klein went in motion, the 3 players are kind of following him to the outside. So it's going to be difficult to, I think, run that type of play. What you want to do on that play, because there's so much over pursuit, is where you run the counter play where the wing back comes back. You can fake it to Klein and then have the wing back come back on a delay, against the grain. And a lot of times that's been a big play for the Green Wave over the last several years.
Loss of 4, and the player brings up 2nd and 14. High backfield again behind Augusta, looking to throw. Augusta puts it downfield and does not connect. The intended receiver was Seamus Schmidt down at the first down marker. Bring up 3rd down for Abington.
3rd and about 16 here for the Green Wave. It's definitely a situation for the Green Wave. The passing situation here once again.
3rd and 14, Kev.
3rd and 14.
It's my job. I check your math.
2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I don't know, Sean.
I don't know what hash marks you're counting there, pal. But anyways, here they come, the Green Wave. With a 3rd and long. See if they go to the air once again. Augusta puts Retzos in motion. He is going to throw. Looking down the middle now. Cocks it. Rolling left. Looking downfield. Can't find a receiver. He's in trouble. He's being chased. Now he goes over to the sideline. Has to step out of bounds. So it'll bring up a 4th down for the Green Wave, so they can't capitalize on that punt.
Yeah, you'd better see that. I'd rather see that where you take a little bit of a loss there, make it 4th down, punt the ball away, than throwing an interception or a pick, and you give them great field position at midfield. At least now you can kind of punt it down there. Maybe you'll get them back to about the 20-yard line.
So the ball's marked back at, I believe, the 42.
42-yard line.
Green Wave will line up for the punt once again.
We got about a 4th and about 20 here for the
Green Wave.
For the Green Wave.
Klein rolling, kicks it, gets away. It's a line drive kick. It's going to roll and be picked up right at the 20-yard line. Mashpee with a turn right, got some little running room, and then stood up and taken down. That was Devin Hughes, I'm not sure how he says it.
That was a nice charity bounce right to him. Bounced right up to him there before he was able to grab it. Had some good blocking over to the right side. Was able to get a little bit of a wall to get around the corner. Nice return by Hughes.
There's a flag down on the play. It's going to go against Mashpee, so they're going to move him back.
Must have been a hold in there.
Block in the back is the
call.
So Mashpee will take over
puts the ball at the 23
at the 23-yard line. Yep. Mashpee with 10:32 to go here in the second quarter. Mashpee at their own 23-yard line.
Oh, well, lots happened in this second quarter already, Sean. Back and forth, and
no scoring yet
no
by either team. Both defenses doing enough to bend but not break.
The passing game hasn't really been clicking so far for the Green Wave, but sometimes those things take time. Got to be patient.
All right, so here come the Falcons out of their huddle. Quarterback Ryan Hendricks. Got wideouts to each side once again. It's a man in motion is Rose. They give up the middle, though, and nothing going on. Stopped them right away. No gain or a loss. We'll see how they mark that forward progress.
Number 12, that was Jack Vininsky.
Vinitsky.
2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, they mark it back at the 20-yard line now, so bring up second and about 13 for the Falcons. Good pursuit by the Green Wave. Once again, want to try to keep the pressure on and keep them pinned back here deep in their own territory so the Green Wave can get some good field position.
Absolutely. That's a great job by the Green Wave, having a negative play defensively on the first set of first down.
So second down for the Falcons. See what Coach Treveri calls on this one. Going back to pass. He's in a big rush. Going to be taken down. Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground.
Green Wave has it.
Abington with a big recovery inside the 10-yard line.
Number 3, Constant Redstones come down with the ball. Nice job by the Green Wave. Great pressure.
Wow, that was Cole and Cristoforo in there with the pressure.
I think the Green Wave defense knew that there was going to be a pass there as well. Once they put number 8 in motion, pretty much had like an empty backfield. The Green Wave really came with the house there and was able to get the turnover. So great opportunity here for the Green Wave.
Ball on the 9-yard line. 9:38 to go here in the second quarter. No score. Abington knocking on the door here.
This is where you really just got to get the line to make some blocks and get the 9 yards on the ground. Got Klein. I would like to see maybe Sean having the the counterplay. Throw Klein in motion almost as a decoy.
2 men in the backfield behind Augusta. It's Furness and Klein. Augusta gives to Klein left side. Tries to slice through. Gets a couple of yards. Not much, though. Good job by the Falcon defense.
Probably down to about the 7.
Yeah. Bring up a second down. Second and goal for Abington.
Yeah, they're just keying so much on Klein.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, they got people there, so.
Go ahead, see if they can stop him.
Exactly.
Use your big
well,
man.
The thing is, he's your guy, and you got to ride him because eventually they'll wear down. And his big strength too is when he gets in open space. If he gets by that first line of defense, he's just got such great vision and patience that he's able to just kind of weave his way through defenders.
Then you punish him with a hand up to Gabe Spry. Really sets him straight. Second down and goal to go for the Green Wave. Coming around is Klein, trying to get around the end. Good pursuit, trying to turn the corner, gets it down just outside about the 1 where they mark him, at the 1 on the 2-yard line.
I almost had a premature touchdown, man, of Muskegon there, Sean.
Can't be doing that. So, Green Wave bringing that much closer now here in the second quarter. Uh-oh.
Penalty?
Yeah.
That's a tough one because, it's like you're down deep. You want to take advantage of it.
Personal foul against the Green Wave.
Was that chop block maybe? Wow.
It's going to move us back from the point. Again, this year with the Federation rules, it's from the spot of the foul. So they're marking it at the 25-yard line now.
Right.
Ball defined to the 25-yard line.
Wow.
So that's so that means it happened at the 10. So I don't know if the column maybe somebody tried to cut somebody outside the tackle box or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. So
goal to go from the 25-yard line.
Well, the one good news, Sean, it gives the Green Wave offensively for their passers to get a little more, the receivers to get a little more room out there.
You see now, maybe if they'll, maybe fake it to Klein, give it a Spry, see if he can blow a hole through this Falcon defense.
See what we can do.
Looking to throw.
Screen pass.
Setting a screen to Klein. Klein inside to the 20 about. Pick up of a couple of yards to bring up a third down for Abington.
Third and goal from about just outside the 20-yard line. I think that's a good play, because it looks like Mashpee's over pursuing. So always when you call the screen, what happens is that if they're really rushing the quarterback and over pursuing, then that kind of makes sure that keeps them back on their heels a little bit for the next play.
Yeah, I like that call. It brings it only to the 20, as you said. So it's 3rd and goal at the 20-yard line for the Green Wave. Here in the second quarter, no score in this South Shore League football action.
The only thing at every level, you can have like 5 blockers out there on the screen. It always seems like there's that one guy that's able to read it though and get through. But they had a good number of blockers out there, got a little yardage out of it.
Shotgun formation with Spry in the backfield. Looking to throw.
Another screen.
Another screen
right
to
over
Spry. Spry with a lot of blockers in front of him. Spry downfield, right down the gut.
How do you say
Tuck down.
at the 1 yard line?
Out at the 1. Wow, what a nice bit of running there by Spry, but great blocking downfield. That was almost a textbook screenplay.
It really was, and that's a great call. I think, we were talking about how people, I think they're really spying on Klein, really watching wherever he goes. They have somebody go in that direction. Well, I think that's an example where if you put Klein somewhere else in the field, it opens up another space. And there's Gabe Spry doing what he does, bringing it down, a nice 20-yard pickup for the Green Wave.
He has been dynamite for this team this year. Having some clutch plays.
Well, this is where, you
picks up 19 on that play.
Get it down to the 1 yard line here, so it's 4th down.
4th and goal from the 1 yard line. Spry, Retzos, and Klein in the backfield. Augusta looks over the defense. Klein follows
Touchdown, Muskegon!
The touchdown for the Green Wave. We're 1 yard out from senior Will Klein with some great blocking from the right side of the line and his blocking backs once again. Big Mike Wood, number 74, coming out of that pile.
They absolutely did do a nice job kind of just crashing down. You can see how on the replay, that they'll show, like if you're watching at home, they just crashed down that line, gave him a nice little lane. He obviously only needed to get a yard, so the Green Wave offensive line, kudos to them, Sean.
7:03 left on the clock. Green Wave are first on the board. They'll go for a PAT attempt here. Lining up for the kick.
Wow.
Flags down. Tommy Fanaro was going to do the kicking honors. Saying offside. Mashpee coming across a little bit too early. Yeah, they'll move it half the distance to the 1.5 yard line. And
you can see the player was like way off sides.
Looks like the Green Wave is now going to opt to go for the 2.
I definitely do that. I mean, now you're talking about 1.5 yards. So, it's pretty much what you just did. So.
I want to thank Justin Shanahan, who came down here to do some sideline video.
As always,
give us a little reverse angle.
Always accommodating. Appreciate everything he does with the cable local access. Does a great job.
We have 2 professionals on the video camera tonight, Kev.
We do.
We should have 2 professionals on the microphone.
Well, that's impossible, Sean.
All right, here we go for the point after attempt. Spry and Retzels in the backfield. You see Klein in left side wing. Augusta puts Klein in motion. They give. No, he keeps it. He's rolling, looking to throw. Puts it up, and it's going to be actually picked off in the end zone, so the PAT is no good. Intended receiver looked like it was Seamus Schmidt. It'll keep the score at 6-0 for the Green Wave, but we take the lead here in the second quarter.
Well, when you're at the 1.5 yard line, a lot of times what you can do in that situation when you're the quarterback and you're running, you can actually sell that you're going to run it. It brings all the defenders up, and you just kind of have to just almost just toss it over them a lot of times. So that's something that we can work on later on. But the Green Wave, doing a good job of taking advantage of that big strip sack and fumble and picking the ball up at the 9 and cashing in and getting 6 points.
Kevin, I think we got to explain to viewers at home why we might sound a little different this game. We're actually taping this a little bit differently this week because
of other commitments.
Well, Mashpee had different rules, apparently. Kevin's telling me he doesn't want me to talk about it.
Don't talk.
Oh, boy. Ask someone on the team what was going on during this game.
There we go. So 6-0 for the Green Wave here.
Uncle and one of our favorite fans, Roy Leander, right there.
Roy Leander. The legendary Roy Leander.
All right, Green Wave to kick off.
So Will Klein is a neighbor of Roy.
He didn't have my back right there. He just wimped out on me. Kicking off. Good high kick. Gonna come down and go. No, it stays inbounds. Picked up by Mashpee. And, he gets a little running room, though. An over pursuit you're talking about, and then going to be a little ball tag, but taken down. Looks like Siegel on that again, number 51. I'm sorry, that's Cristofaro, number 51.
51, yep, Brady Cristofaro.
Nice job, Brady.
Junior. Yeah, you thought you had him pinned back deep at about the 10-yard line, 15-yard line there, and he was able to kind of just wait as everyone went by, and did a nice job of kind of doing his own weaving through the Green Wave defenders.
So it'll be 1st and 10
from the 25.
Oh, confusion out here with it. Oh, yeah, it is at the 25.
So 25-yard line.
Good deep kick.
It was a
Down to
nice
about the
deep kick.
12-yard line.
And it just really just went dead. I thought it was going to roll out, and it just kind of at that point kind of bounced back, kicked back.
Mashpee with a pitch to the left side. Nothing
back.
doing. Rose trying to turn it around, going the other way. And Rose is going to get taken down, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. He ran about 40 yards, but picked up about 1.
Good job, a great pursuit on both sides of the ball by the Green Wave. As he went right, they really strung it out, had nowhere to go, kind of curled back and was able to pick up 1. But, good pursuit and good job of staying at home on the other side as well.
See number 53, Shea McClellan out there, and Aaron Siegel, number 59. Jeray Cole, number 52. Jarib Cole, number 55.
Gabe
Spry, the big linebacker in the middle, number 42. Cedric Lucas Summers, number 14. Here comes Mashpee up to the line of scrimmage. Second down. I backfield behind Hendricks. Hendricks calls his cadence. Give the second man through on the right side. Nice tackle. Who was that getting up? Looks like it was Gabe Spry once again.
53 in over there as well.
Good job by the defensive linemen, though, too, standing up those blocks, letting the linebackers fill those gaps, make those tackles.
Third down for the Falcons, Sean, here. They need about, 2 or 3 yards here?
Yeah, the ball is marked at about the 38.
33.
33.
33-yard line.
Got to get it up to 35 for the first. They send Devon Hughes out wide to the near side, another wide out to the far side. 2 men in the backfield. Hendricks now puts him in the near side wing. Dive over the left side, looking for a hole, and
it's going to be close. It's going to be close. I don't know if he pushed the pile enough. I just looking. That number 77 is a big boy, Sean. That's kind of the first real view we got of him, and he's a big boy.
in that tackle.
Number 77 is Brett Hickey, 10th grader.
Wow.
6'2", 300 pounds.
They mark it as a first down, just over the 35-yard line.
And they got a pretty good push there on that second effort, kind of just over the right side of the center.
Yeah, one of the new rules, too, is you cannot push the running back from behind to help him if you're an offensive player.
Push the
but
pile.
You can push the pile, right. First and 10, shotgun formation now for Hendricks. Hendricks looking to throw. Sets up a screen up the middle. Connects to number 4. Spins away. Gets some running room. Spins down and gets it over midfield. Nice bit of running there by number 4. Is that Hughes? Yes, Devon Hughes.
This is like a mirror image of each team.
Yeah.
I mean, like whatever one team does, the other team does it. First series, basically the same exact series for both teams. And that one, Green Wave having success on their last drive with the screen pass, and then Mashpee comes right back with their own screen pass.
And you're right, Kevin. Spry picked up 19 on the screen pass. They just picked up 17 on their screen pass. So it's first and 10 on the Green Wave 48. Second quarter action, Abington up 6-0. Mashpee trying to see if they can answer here. I backfield.
Come on, line, dig in.
Man in motion coming right at you. Hendricks calling the cadence. Gives. Big hole around the left side. Now cuts it back in the middle of the field. That's Rose. Rose
zone weaving.
Got some running room going down the far sideline. Now taken down finally by the Green Wave. Looks like that was O'Brien on the tackle along with Klein.
Kendall Rose looks like he might be down.
Yeah, he's not getting up.
He's a good player. He's did a nice job there, weaving there. I mean, number 4, Hughes and Rose basically have been their 2 main running backs.
So it's 3:55 left to go. See if Billy wants to stop the camera or not, or we're just going to kind of let this go through. They're looking at Rose on the far side of the field. While they do that,
I remember that, Sean, 10 years ago. That's exactly.
There's Justin right there. Billy's zooming in on him.
10 years ago, I remember Tyler Hitchcock was in that very same spot, kind of, was down on the field as well. Thank goodness he was okay. That was a big Green Wave victory back in 2009.
Sorry, Kevin was just kicking the bleachers there. We've had some great games between Abington and Mashpee.
We really have.
One of the most memorable plays that I recall is when Timmy Wells took the ball right out of the receiver's hands.
Right, you had that one. And then you had, of course, the lateral, which was probably one of the biggest non-Thanksgiving Day games, attendance-wise. The Green Wave did the hook and lateral play right before halftime, and really that was the difference in the game. It was just a battle. I think that game Mashpee had like 4 turnovers, and Green Wave just played a great game. Get a view of some of the brave Green Wave faithful that traveled down over the bridge.
Just saw our super fan walking by, Mr.
Super
Baxter.
fan. So again, next week is Carver, Friday.
They're actually carrying Rose off right now. He's got a leg injury of some sort, and we wish him the best.
October 11th is the game, and Sean,
That's right.
Is that homecoming as well?
Actually, I don't. I think it is. I think you're right. Kendall Rose is a senior. Too bad. Kendall injured his ankle last year, and I'm sorry, he broke his wrist last year and was out most of the season. Then injured his ankle earlier. I was talking to his dad before the game. Injured his ankle earlier this season. But that's something much more significant when they're carrying him off like that.
That's their own tandem. I mean, Hughes and Rose are definitely 2 players that are pretty special players. So
first down for Mashpee in Green Wave territory. Hendricks under center, gives right up, whistles, and flags on the field.
It looks like number 12 was a ball carrier.
Procedure.
It is hard looking at the numbers because, like you said, Sean, the numbers are not sequential order.
Right.
Or alphabetical. So.
Ball's marked at the 20-yard line now. Be first down. First and 15.
So it looks like Vinitsky might be the guy to try to replace Rose, number 12 for the Mashpee Falcons. Haskin comes out wide left, Sean.
See what happens.
I think it's a pass play.
High backfield again. Mashpee looking to throw. They do a quick slant. It's incomplete to Ian Miller, number 2. That was kind of like almost like a button hook.
Just kind of down and turn around, and the ball was right there. Kind of looks like it surprised him, came a little bit early for him.
Another shot of Bill Mark, what Bill Davis is telling us.
2nd and 15 once again here for the Falcons. They're about the 20?
Yep, ball's on the 20-yard line.
So almost, it's amazing the similarities between the series here. Both of them, the Green Wave and Mashpee, kind of end up kind of almost the mirror image of doing the same thing. So Green Wave, of course, got the big penalty, had a long first and goal.
Hendricks gives first man through on the right side.
He keeps it. He's going to go in for a score. Hendricks on the keeper looked like it was a setup for an option play, and he was just able to keep it, get around the end.
Hendricks with a 20-yard run at 2:47 left on the clock, ties up the game, 6-6. With Mashpee's PAT awaiting.
Well, when you kind of have that deception offense, it's a big feather in the cap if you have a quarterback that can run, and obviously he can. Number 14, nice job there by Hendricks.
75-yard drive for Mashpee. After Abington took over at the Mashpee 9 with that fumble on the sack of Hendricks, so Hendricks kind of puts it back, or gives it back to his team after coughing up the fumble. So we'll see what they do for the 2-point conversion, or will they try to kick for 1?
So the Green Wave, when they do get the ball back, Sean, obviously they're going to be in the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, it's only 2:47 left on the clock right now. So looks like they're going to line up to kick. Hendricks is the holder. Oh, they're going to throw. It's a fake, and it's overthrown in the back of the end zone.
Well, Green Wave did a good job of reading that. I mean, they had Gabe Spry back there and Red Sox number 3, both of them right there. So nice job of defending that. Had good presence right in front of the receiver. So
kudos to the Abington Green Wave coaching staff. They were yelling that out. Watch the fake. They must have saw something on film. And maybe either the kicker is not accurate or they don't kick a lot. And Hendricks, as I said, was the holder, who's also the quarterback.
Was it last year? I think they had a pretty good kicker. I think it was Gonzalez was actually.
Yeah, he was
2 years.
The kicker.
He was a really good kicker. He could really kick the ball.
Green Wave coaches do a good job there against the Mashpee Falcons. Leave the score at 6-6. And the Falcons will be kicking off to Abington now, right to left across your television screen. Back deep, you see Seamus Schmidt and Casa Red Sox, number 3, down the middle. Klein, also back deep for the Green Wave. Standing about in the middle of the field.
I don't know if that was the coaches yelling, Sean, or if that's one of the fans yelling, watch the onside kick.
Let's see if they go offside. They were kind of close to going offside in the last kickoff. you're right, Billy.
Offside.
Jeez, they were 3 yards offside. You get the fans are yelling it. Picked up by Cedric Lucas Summers. He gets tackled after picking up by a 4-yard gain. How does that not get a flag on that kickoff right there? There was at least 3 Falcons over the line before he kicked the ball.
You can hear all the stands all yelling about the offsides call, Sean.
That was egregious.
Serenity now, Sean.
I tell you, Kevin, I don't know how you keep it.
So calm.
You know,
Wow.
good thing you're known for your calm demeanor.
I thought Abington was going to get called for too many men on the field. This guy was so far downfield.
Ball's on the 35. 1st and 10 for the Green Wave. I can't not believe they didn't throw a flag. Any one of them didn't throw a flag there. Augusta looking to throw. Oh, good pressure by number 52. Puts it up now, looking downfield. Puts up in the air, and just... Did he catch that? He
Caught that. What a
Seamus
catch by
Schmidt.
Seamus Schmidt.
With acrobatic job inside the 30-yard line. Seamus Schmidt came down when the ball was up in the air, and he just kept his concentration, even though he had 3 Mashpee defenders on him. Nice job by Augusta.
The officials are kind of looking at each other whether they...
You can see that, but you can't see the line.
Oh, there's a flag back down behind the play.
Oh, boy.
Nathan Miller was the guy who was charging Augusta. Oh, my goodness.
That's a great catch.
I don't know.
Great acrobatic catch. It's almost reminded you of the Super Bowl a few years ago there, Sean.
Flag's back at the Abington 40-yard line. So they're going to mark the penalty off from that.
It's another 15-yarder? A 5-yarder. It's a 5-yarder.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what the call was.
Well, the 10-yard.
Must have been. It looks like a 5-yard penalty.
I didn't actually even see the call from referee Clemmy.
Yeah. Must have been a motion penalty.
Very fortuitous penalty call there for the Falcons. The Green Wave will be 1st and 15.
And you go over the
After that
bridge.
Huge pickoff. Give right side Klein. Klein with Cristoforo blocking, but Klein doesn't have much to do there. Doesn't really pick up none on the play.
Right, just back to the line of scrimmage. And he actually kind of, I think, had the other hole and kind of bounced it outside quick, trying to, see if he could get past the pursuit or, basically get them going one way. Kind of did a jab step inside and then bounced it out. So Klein's doing everything he can to kind of get free there. Good job by the Falcons.
2nd down for the Green Wave. 2nd and 15 at their own 30-yard line. Here in the waning minutes of the second half. 6-6 tie. Shotgun for the senior quarterback, Colby Augusta. Augusta looking to throw. Puts one deep, downfield. Looking, and just falls incomplete right down the middle of the field. Intended receiver.
Seamus Schmidt, number 11. He just, just a little bit, about a yard too long there for Seamus. A lot of traffic in there as well.
So stop the clock, and the Green Wave will bring up a third down
15.
attempt.
So, Sean, do you maybe, run the ball here, take more time, force Mashpee to take a timeout? You're down kind of.
I say you just try to get that 15 yards. Send someone deep to kind of get the safeties out of the way, but have someone nice down and out.
Because, you want to make sure, you want to get the opportunity there. So
2 receivers on each side right now. They got a blocking back with Augusta.
Mashpee
They rush
brings the
3.
house.
Rolling to his left now as Augusta puts it out. Connects to McGuire, but he's going to be well short of the first. The ball up to about the 40 yards.
The original yard of scrimmage, right? Yeah.
Yep. Good catch by
Original
McGuire, but they...
line of scrimmage.
Yes. Big number 5. So the Green Wave look like they're going to bring in the punt team with 4th and 5.
See what they can do here. I mean, obviously, winding down here in the first half. Green Wave tied 6-6. It's a very evenly played game. Both sides of the ball, both teams have just been battling back and forth.
4th and 5. Klein will...
Klein
who's back? Someone's back deep for the snap. Klein's going to be the short man. Oh, it's a short snap to Klein. Klein right up the middle. And Klein gets the first down. A big punt.
Gutsy play.
Woo! Nice job and great surge by the offensive line there. Just blowing the Falcons off the line of scrimmage.
That is a nice
Ryan
job.
Westling coming out, Siegel coming out, doing a good job.
There's a calculation there too, Sean, where you don't have that much time left. So it's at the 45. So if we do get don't get it, it's like maybe you can hold them off too. But it makes it so important that making it 4th and 5, that good third down pass before picking up 10 yards.
Minute to go here in the first half. Shotgun. Colby looking to throw. Pump fakes. No, puts. And he's
Augusta
running
keeps it.
far side. Gets
Pump
it over.
fakes and pulls it down and runs it out of bounds just over the 50.
Yep, gets it up to about the 48-yard line.
Looks like it's
Is there
going back.
another penalty?
Blocking the back.
Oh, boy. A lot of yellow flags being thrown against the
I'll
boys
tell
in
you
green and
something.
white.
This year, Abington's probably, I think, a 3-1 deficit on the flags this year. It's been a tough year for the Green Wave.
But, I mean, I have some of the parents are arguing and yelling from the stands, and, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, that offside on the kickoff was blatant. And they have two guys, or one guy on each side. I don't know why that wasn't called. And I don't know. We'll see. Green Wave, it can't be our excuse. We got to win this game. They line up in the shotgun once again. 1st and 20.
It's a big hold.
Colby puts it up. Coming down the near side and puts it up for Seamus, and the ball is knocked away. Kind of threw up a jump ball for Seamus, who's got the talent, but he was well covered by Hendricks.
And Green
And
Wave
had a
might
little
have got
help
away
over
with
the
a little
top.
bit of a hold on the offensive side here. So,
What?
I know. I saw it, Sean. I got to call like I see it. So brings up 2nd and 10 here for the Green Wave.
Well, you're known for, speaking the truth and, having
Exactly.
honest
I mean, I do.
criticism
I saw it.
of both
See,
sides of
you
the
got
ball.
to call it.
Yeah. So the ball now marked once again at the 38-yard line, 2nd down.
Maybe we've had our first half quota.
2nd and 17 for the Green Wave. Waning minute, less than a minute to go here in the first half. Shotgun for Augusta. Looking to set up maybe a screen. Donovan's got the ball. Donovan with some blockers. Donovan in the middle, and he's going to get tripped up and taken down, though, before he can get up to the 45, down at about the 43.
So it brings
Good
up a
pursuit.
3rd down. The one thing, though, that did do, too, Sean, by not punting the ball, you keep your own destiny in your hands here. So
Yeah.
it's like, they can't score. You're going to at least probably go into halftime now and be in even 6-6. Now, Mashpee has the advantage of getting the ball in the second half.
That's right. They'll get it on the kickoff. 3rd down and a long 2 or 3 here for the Green Wave. Under center now is Augusta. Looking to throw. Pump fakes. And then throws under, and he connects. 1st down for the Green Wave. Nice job by Donovan coming back for the ball. And a timeout called by Abington. Oh, no, wait. No, there was like 1.5 seconds
That's
on
the
the clock.
time. Yep, so no time. First half expires.
No, there was like 1.6 seconds on the clock, and Mashpee's scorekeeper let it run down.
2 seconds left.
Oh, is he telling him to put a second on there?
I think he's telling 2 seconds on the clock. I mean, pretty flagrant. Like there was time left on the clock, but
Well, the grill is going over there, Sean, and the burgers do smell good.
so they do. They put 2 seconds back up on the clock. 6-6. So the Green Wave will have one play. The ball on the 38-yard line
For Abington.
to end the first half. They're talking, each team talking with their coaches on their respective sidelines. Coach Jim Kelleher, 46 years. He's a living history.
46 years. 1974 was Coach Kell's first year.
As the varsity coach.
Varsity coach. Coach Kell was coaching, that was the year. Chris Wells.
Yeah.
Chris Wells, you had a lot of great players back then. Donnie Leach in there as well, who's a Hall of Famer for Abington. Chris Wells is a Hall of Famer. So, you had a lot of great players on that team. And they had a really great season, his inaugural season. They really had a great team.
So the Green Wave break the huddle. I can hear the Mashpee coaches yelling, watch the hook and pitch, watch the hook and pitch. They're yelling right
The
now.
Green Wave, of course, a couple of years pulled off a play that Julian Edelman actually put up on and gave him props for.
All right, 4th down for the Green Wave. Shotgun,
2 seconds left.
4-man rush. They throw it. They connect to McGuire. But McGuire is grabbed right away, and he'll be tackled down. It'll be the last play of the first half.
I think that was definitely setting up the hook and lateral, but McGuire had to go up high with his right hand. It wasn't really square, so he could pitch it.
The score is 6.
2 for 2 on receptions in the first half.
So Green Wave doing a nice job. Well played game on both sides, Sean. Green Wave, doing a nice job of really ball control, not giving too many opportunities to the Mashpee Falcons. So great job. I didn't realize Blue Falcons.
All right, we're back for second half action. And the Green Wave will be kicking off right to left across your television screen. Kevin and I were well protected during the half.
Hendricks is number 14, back deep for the Blue Falcons.
Cristofaro to kick. Line drive kick's going to bounce and then picked up about the 10-yard line by Hendricks. Going to return to the far side, then tackled down by Furness, number 34, and again O'Brien over there helping out, number 22. O'Brien's been a solid player the last couple of games.
Yeah, he has. He's really done a nice job, really contributing on special teams. That's number 4 was Devon Hughes.
And Furness has been fantastic. He's got the speed, so he's really exciting to watch, especially on these special teams.
Yeah, number 34, he's a senior. He's been contributing since he was a sophomore.
Ball marked at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Mashpee to open up the second half.
Good job by the Green Wave special teams, kind of pin him back, give him that long 75-yard field.
High backfield behind Hendricks. Kendall Rose again was knocked out of the game in the first half for Mashpee. Give. Second man through
Nothing
the right
doing
side.
by the Green Wave.
Good job. Filling every hole there.
It looks like number 55, big number 55 for the Green Wave.
Cole.
And also Landers, number 54. Number 55 is Jarib Cole. Number 54, of course, is Sean Landers.
One of the unsung heroes of this team. Landers has just been playing really well. Always does. It's a Landers family tradition.
Absolutely. Just wish they had one more boy, Sean.
Second down.
They have 4, right? We've had 4 of them.
High backfield once again. Again, they try to spread out the Abington offense. Looking to throw, quick out to the far side, and it gets around the corner and down the sideline. Tackled by Spry.
Nice job of Spry getting over there. I mean, he's from the middle linebacker spot. You know, that's just a quick 2-step drop, able to get by. You know, and that's what that play is designed to do. The wide receiver has to make that defender miss. If he misses, one player misses, he's got to off to the races. And Spry was able to get down there and make that tackle.
Hughes picked up a good chunk of yards, brings up to about the 44-yard line to be 1st and 10 now for the Falcons. See if the Green Wave can stop this Mashpee drive. This is their first possession, the opening possession of the second half. They send Miller out wide to the near side. Here comes Hughes now in motion in the slot right. They pitch right, student body right. Good pursuit in the backfield, but he gets
Nice
away,
job.
then hit at the line of scrimmage.
Who came right down the line? That's got to be Gabe Spry,
It
number
is.
42 for the Green Wave. What a play, just coming down the line. Green Wave had good pursuit over there on that right side. Left side coming across the ball, and Gabe Spry was able to kind of come in and fill that hole and get him just for a 1-yard pickup.
Once again, I want to thank Justin Shanahan for taking the sideline video tonight.
Do we have our sponsor, Sean?
No, we don't have the sponsor list in front of us. See if we can do it by memory. Let's see.
Sean P. Riley.
All right.
Glen
Point Inc.
I got that one.
Quayle Funeral Home.
Quayle Funeral Home.
Giordano's.
The last people to let you down.
We'll do it at a break. Give left side. Oh, hitting the
big play.
backfield.
It's that number 53. Shane McClellan.
McClellan, the sophomore, having a great game for the Green Wave. When we need it most after this.
That's a
this
huge
Mashpee
negative
team.
play. 2nd down and 9 there. Brings it back for about a 3-yard loss. Nice job by McClellan shooting the gap there and getting in there and making the big tackle.
Wow, I don't know if he was untouched or just ran over the blocker, but Shea McClellan just introduced himself to the Mashpee backfield. 3rd down with the ball marked back at the 42-yard line.
That's the Glen Isla Point play of the game there for McClellan. He's paving the roads.
Bulldozing his way through. There you go.
his way through the offensive line.
3rd and 12 now at the 42-yard line. One man in the backfield behind Hendricks. Hendricks got a throw. Looking to throw. Oh, it's knocked up in the air. And it falls incomplete. That was blocked by number 52, Jeray Cole, the big man.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that would be McClellan. He's not that tall.
Jeray did a great job. That's what you do. You put the
that's
pressure
the
on,
second
you
one.
put your hands up.
Second one tonight. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, and especially on those short drops. I mean, when you drop back 5 or 6 steps, you're going to be able to get the ball up and over the defenders.
Yeah.
But if when you're doing those 2-step drops, those 3-step drops, you're right there. So they might be able to find a lane, but if you get your hands up, there's a good chance you're going to be able to knock that ball down. Great defense by the Green Wave.
4th and 12 at the 42-yard line. They line up for the punt. Ball's away. Going to come out of bounds. No return for the Green Wave as they kicked it over to Seamus Schmidt's way.
I think that seems to be a trend.
Kicking away from Klein, but Schmidt's got wheels too. Ball's going to be marked out at the 25-yard line with 8:55 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. 6-6 to score, and the Green Wave offense will come out to the field for the first time here in the second half.
Of course, the Green Wave has had a great job doing the returns over many years there. So, whoever gets the ball back, that doesn't mean that's who's going to be running it.
That's right. They've been dangerous with their kickoff returns. So here comes the Green Wave. Schmidt's going to line up wide to the near side. 2 men in the backfield. Colby calls his cadence give. Right up, a quick hitter up the middle. Not much doing there that time. Was that Furness on the carry?
Furness,
Yep,
number
Furness.
34 for the Green Wave.
Bring up second down for Abington.
You know, it's good to see Furness in there. You know, the Green Wave, it's, you know, you want to get all your, you know, as many of your talented players in there as possible. Green Wave does a nice job, you know, rotating all those kids. And, you know, you might hear Spry and you know, Klein's name a lot, but, you know, guys like Furness are so important to this ball club.
Second down for Abington. High backfield. They give right side Klein. Klein trying to sweep around the end. Klein turns the corner, goes downfield down the far sideline, and then tripped up. Big tackle there. I'm not sure if that was Hendricks who got him or his teammate. Klein picks up a good chunk of yards.
You just keep feeding him, Sean. You keep feeding him. Eventually, he's going to break one. And right there, he did a great job of getting out and picking up the first down for the Green Wave.
It's exciting, too, when you have a running back like that, if you're a lineman, that you know that you just keep blocking. If you block one guy, let go and go get another guy because you know he's going to make a cutback or a big run, and you could be the one that makes that touchdown.
And the thing is, you kind of hate guys like that, too, because he makes you go downfield and make that second block.
That's right.
You know, he's always just keeping a play going.
Ball to 45. Give left side. Spry. Spry cuts back. Gets up 5 yards, still chugging. Spry on his feet. Breaks through everybody.
What a play! Little
Spry.
spin move at the 3 and just kept on going. His momentum got held up there and just was able to pry forward for the first down. Picks up about 12.
Who needs tearaway jerseys if you gave Spry? They just can't hold on to you. He just literally just shed every tackler that was there. Picks up, about 13 yards in that play. 1st and 10 inside Mashpee territory at the 42, 43-yard line. Klein with the ball.
Just looking for his. Klein was just looking for a seam there.
Yep.
Well, Sean, you know, you got to get the, you got to do 2 spins to get the teacup comment from me, Sean. You know, so 2 spins.
Well, Spry's more of a north-south runner. He
Absolutely,
just likes to take it right at you.
That's what you need. You know, you really need those guys. But he did a nice job of kind of turning and do a nice, spin move to kind of cut it back inside, and then the pile was, met the pile, but was able to get that pile for another 5 or 6 yards, pushing downfield.
They marked that for a loss there. They bring it back to about the 43 or so it'll be like 2nd and 11, we'll call it.
Beat him on the line.
Here come the Green Wave. Schmidt out wide to the far side. Klein deep man in the backfield. They give Klein right side. Is that Klein?
Right side Klein, yeah. I think so.
It might be Costa-Retzos. Again, a scrum.
Geez, if you had the over-under on scrums about 5, you would have won. It's a lot of scrums tonight, a lot of piles getting pushed, both sides by both teams. That looks like
Furness, I'm not sure.
Furness might have been Furness. I think it was Furness but Costa-Retzos was out there too. So Furness comes back out. But Retzos is usually a wingback.
Sorry, Tommy, if that was you. So the Green Wave with the ball marked now on the 40-yard line. They break the huddle, coming up to the line of scrimmage. See what Augusta and company do here. Looking to throw. Colby floats it up and grabbed by Spry. Spry down the near sideline. Spry.
Keeps going.
Wow, inside the 25-yard line.
Gets the first down to about the 22. That ball was floated a little bit.
It was a little nerve-wracking.
A little
The fly
floating.
came down with Colby had to get it up and over.
That's
Yeah,
the hard
second
thing,
down.
though, when somebody is that wide open. Obviously he really wasn't covered because he was still able to, run another 5 or 6 yards before they were even in pursuit of him. You're so wide open, you just don't want to miss it.
Yeah, and again, he was shedding tackles, picking up an
And that's-
extra 8, 9, 10 yards.
These fields have a little bit of a crown, so always that's not an easy throw. So first down for the Green Wave.
Gus looks over the defense. Gives the Klein.
Klein
Klein in the
picking
middle.
his way.
Klein breaks
Klein.
free. Klein still on his
Touchdown,
feet.
man of Muskegon!
Will Klein with a 22-yard touchdown.
Second of the night.
5:15 to go here in the second quarter, and they're back on the board. Once again in a 12-6 lead. Klein had a huge hole in the middle of the field. The offensive line just ripping them up now.
Good sustained drive by the Green Wave, taking a lot of time off the clock, doing everything right, controlling the ball at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the Green Wave, and, of course, finishing it with the big TD.
So the Green Wave answers Mashpee's last 75-yard drive with their own 75-yard drive, capped off by that 22-yard run by Klein. Let's see if they go offside again on this kick, meaning Mashpee. We'll see. So they line up for the kick.
The PAT, the Green Wave, going for 1. Oh, geez, so number 4.
Well, he's in the backfield.
Hughes.
He just blocked it.
Hughes was so far offside.
Hendrick actually blocked the kick. He was around the end and blocked it with his kneecap. What? They're saying it's no good? There's no flag.
He was so far offsides. He had to be 2 or 3 yards offside.
Hendrick actually, I think, he heard the whistles and stopped because I think he thought there was a flag called against him. And 2 or 3 other guys were offside too. Coach Kelleher is in disbelief. Coach Riley is also screaming at him. I mean, I don't know how not one of the guys in the vertical stripes didn't see an offsides from one. Pick one.
Yeah, Hughes, number 4, on the other side was way offside.
That's unbelievable.
It was. I mean, he was back where the wingback usually is in the Green Wave.
Well, the parents in the stands are not happy. They're thinking that they're getting a little home cooking down here. 12-6 Green Wave lead. The Green Wave will be kicking off with 5:15 to go here in the third quarter.
So
that was a good drive by the Green Wave.
Really nice, impressive drive, and that's what we want to do. You want to kind of stay ahead, Sean. Let your defense, do what they do. Hopefully you can get a turnover here. But number 51, Brady Cristoforo, is going to be kicking off deep to the offsides offender, Hughes. No, that was like.
Oh, you're right, Hughes. Did I say Kendrick? It was Hughes, number 4.
Number 4.
4 was the one that was
way offside.
Yeah, and he actually had the
ball
kicked
from the far side of the screen.
Yeah, right. Cristoforo with another nice kick going the far side of the field and stays in bounds, and they down it.
He's able to
Yeah.
I wish I had that in my swing golf game.
It's like
Sean.
a little English on the ball
just
there.
Deads it right there. So that's exactly where you want it. Nice job by Cristoforo. And that's the second time. I mean, the last time I thought that it bounced, I think Mashpee thought it was going to go out of bounds.
Right.
It just kind of took a backwards bounce.
The ball on the 23-yard line be 1st and 10
So
for Mashpee.
Great job both times tonight by Cristoforo, just keeping the ball down there deep.
So I apologize for Ryan Hendricks for blaming him for being offside, but Devin Hughes is guilty as charged.
Absolutely. That was...
Jeez. The second time now they've been offsides on a kicking
I don't know,
point.
I don't know what you're seeing there, but you definitely was offsides. I mean, there's no question about it.
All right, the Falcons get their play call from the sideline. Coach Matt Treveri is the head football coach. He's also the athletic director and the site management guy. High backfield behind Hendricks. Give right side. Nothing doing. Stood up in the
Nice job by
backfield.
the Green Wave. Good pressure. Good job by the Green Wave. Who's in the bottom of that pile?
Spry was coming up, but who is on the bottom? Is that McClellan again?
Number 51, McClellan. Number 53.
53, McClellan.
Shea McClellan once again. He's had a heck of a ball game tonight, especially in the middle of that line. Sean, because if you can get, like we were talking about, if you can contain them, and then you get someone like Shea McClellan and Guy Spry kind of clogging up the middle, they're not going to do anything all night long.
It's going to be hard to run against them up the middle like that.
So I'm definitely going to see a pass in this situation.
They spread it out. They say there's no loss in the play. 2nd and 10. Get the eye backfield behind Hendricks. Wide out to each side. Hendricks looking to throw.
Just
Lofts
heaving it
one
up there.
Coming down the near sideline, and it's just incomplete. The closest receiver was O'Brien. And again, great coverage.
Well, that's one of those things, Sean, too. Like, they're just doing a 2-step drop, 3-step drop, so Green Wave can't get any pressure. But the problem is that, on a route like that, you don't give it any time to develop. So now it's like, now it's 3rd and 10, so you kind of keep into that passing, because you're deep in your own end. You're going to pass again.
Intended receiver was the senior, number 2, Ian Miller, but the junior, Brendan O'Brien, I'll take him any day over any other receiver. O'Brien playing some solid D.
O'Brien has. I mean, we saw it on the special teams the first 3 games of the year, and then tonight, he's doing a great job on, defensively as well. And he had a good 5 yards on the receiver.
They got slot left and slot right formation. Shotgun for Hendricks, looking to throw. Looks like center screen. Nope, it's going down the middle of the field, and he connects across the middle of the field. Found an opening, and I'm not sure if that was a zone or what, but good connection and good completion.
That was Hughes, number 4.
Oh, that was 20.
20?
Or
10.
is it
10.
No, it's 20.
20.
Yes. Well, you have little face.
Jared Barr.
First down for the Mashpee Falcons. Green Wave had a chance there to hold them, but they had like at least 5 receivers out there, so tough to keep your eye on every one of them.
Well, we are noticing he does put a little bit of air under the ball,
Yeah.
Sean. So that's one of the things we saw, with as you go downfield. So, eventually, the Green Wave will get their timing down, and you're going to see potentially a couple turnovers as we go along in this game.
Ball on the 42, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Hendricks looking to throw once again. He's rolling, puts it up, And he connects once again downfield near the first down. I think he's got it, Kev.
Yep, he definitely has the first down right in front of us here. Number 88 with a big catch.
That's Matthew Bowen. He's a junior.
He's a big boy. Matthew Bowen. 6'2", 215.
It'll be 1st and 10 now, new set of downs.
So it looks like it's the year Treveri show right now, Sean. He's gone to the year, kind of abandoning the run on this drive.
That could hurt him. You never know. The Green Wave might be able to step up and stop this drive. Started at their own 23-yard line here.
Well, Hendricks has definitely been able to execute on the last 3 or 4 plays.
They send Miller out wide to the near side. Look like Hughes to the far side. Eye backfield. 1st and 10. They throw, looking for Hughes. They connect a little button hook, and Hughes taken down by 3 or 4 guys.
And that's why you got to hit him at the line of scrimmage, though, Sean, because it's like he's not looking at anybody else other than Hughes. So you got to put a helmet on him and just hit him, because once if you hit him, then he can't throw the ball right away.
Yeah.
And then once he has to pull that down, then your defense, because he's only 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, your defense is going to be able to put pressure, get their hands up, and he won't be able to pass the ball.
They got about 9 in the play. Bring up 2nd down and a long 1 right now.
They're going into an I formation here.
Ball about the 38 of Abington.
Let's go deep.
See if Hendricks gives the ball. They do. They hand off
Right
the
up the
fullback
middle.
up the middle.
No, it's a pitch.
No, he pitches right at you. Fooled us both, Kev.
Yep. Pitch to number 5,
That's
Nick Santos.
Yeah.
That looks like a first down.
It is a first down.
At about the, 24? 34-yard line.
Yeah. 1st and 10. Getting down towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
Green Wave up 12-6 here, so Green Wave having a good night so far.
Go defense.
Defense doing a great job, Sean, kind of, making them bend but don't break here, keeping everything in front of them, not giving up the big play.
Let's see if they can shut the door here as they're getting closer to Green Wave,
Loosen up,
the Green Wave end zone.
loosen up.
They
Outside,
pitch left.
outside.
Trying to get around. It's again number 22 who's going to be stood up after picking up 4 or 5, though.
About 4 yards. You're going to give them the 5.
There's Taplin. They're using them almost everybody in the roster.
They really are. They're doing a good job of mixing it up. I mean, they kind of went into the run. They went to the pass quite a bit, and then, when they got that 2nd and 1, they went kind of back into the running mode. So you're going to get about 2nd and 5 here for 2nd and 6, because it was at the 34. Yeah, so 2nd and 6, about a 4-yard pickup.
Yeah,
The tough thing is too, as we say, once you get down here, obviously you're not going to be punting the ball here.
Right.
So even if you're at the 34, so you get 4 down. So the Green Wave really needs to stiffen up, kind of make it a 3rd and 5 here. Really have a negative play would be awesome.
See if the Green Wave D can hold. 2nd down. Give a left side. It's going to be taken down short of the 1st.
It's going to be like about a 2-yard pickup. So what, about 3rd and 3? 3rd and about 3. The ball was at the 34 to start with, right? So.
He is down at the 28-yard line.
So
About the 28-yard line
so
right
6,
now.
yeah, so about 6 yards.
Yeah,
So
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Good job by the Green Wave, just kind of stiffening up right there.
3rd and 4, yeah. 3rd and 4 to 28. So here come the Falcons. Green Wave D. Gotta hold him here. So they can get him in a 4th down situation. Hendricks gives right side, and he's going to be stopped. Oh, nice turnaround at the end there. Who's that? Spry,
No
Cole.
forward progress there. And number 54, Landers, is on the bottom of that pile.
Yeah, Landers got
that
to
was
him
a good
first.
job. It's going to be the end of the.
Come on, Green.
It's going to be 4th down here. It's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So 12 minutes left to play in this ball game. Green Wave up 12-6. Mashpee has the ball.
4th and 1 to start the 4th quarter with the ball at the 25-yard line. So it's going to be a big play to start the 4th.
Now, this is really kind of what decides the game, right? Because the Green Wave has done a nice job all night long, Sean, of like getting long, sustained drives, taking 5-6 minutes off the clock. So when that happens, Sean's down on the field
good
doing the
looking
game.
guys.
So, but when that happens, you take you take away how many opportunities Mashpee's going to get now to come back in this ball game. So this play is really probably the biggest play of the night so far, without question, because I know we've said that, 2 or 3 times already. But this now, though, is a big play. 4th and 1. Green Wave stops and gets the ball back. It's going to be tough. If they come back and score the Green Wave, they almost can put this game away.
Let's see if the Green Wave can outcoach the Falcon coaching staff right now on the 4th and 1.
Let's see. Well, Taveri's been here probably, 20 years or so? He's been here a long time.
I don't know. Seems like eternity.
But some great, there was one year, I remember, the Super Bowl team of 2005, Green Wave. We went down there. It was a crazy game. It was like 41-38. The Green Wave lost.
32-31.
32-31. A crazy
that a home
game.
I think.
That was a away game.
Was it away? Yeah.
Yeah, they had a kid that could throw it way back when, and that's.
All right, here we go. Mashpee in their huddle. Green Wave in their defensive huddle. It is 4th and 1 on the Green Wave 25-yard line here with 12 minutes left in the game. Start of the 4th quarter. Green Wave up 12-6.
12-6 for the Green Wave.
Trying to protect their end zone right now with a big stop.
So let's see if Shea McClellan can make another big play. He's been hot all night.
On the center. Gibbs right side. Oh, he stopped him. They stopped him, Kev.
What a play by the Green Wave defense.
Wow.
Huge goal line stand.
Again,
First
Landers, Spry, and Cole again.
4th down. Landers with a huge play in there, pushing that pile backwards. Turnover on downs. Let's see if they ask for a measurement. Nope.
They're still talking out there. I think.
They're going to bring it. They're going to do a
Yeah,
measurement.
they're going to
there.
bring the measurements.
Well,
think
the
they got
forward progress was the thing, because the pile definitely got pushed backwards, and Green Wave had momentum. So you just don't know what kind of forward progress they gave him in that play.
And they had to get him inside the 24, I believe, and the ball is marked at like a 24 and a half right now.
Yeah, they definitely, because they're at the 34.
Billy Davis going to give you a good view of the official measurement.
So I think the Green Wave. Green Wave ball! Green Wave ball!
First down for the Green Wave.
Huge stand on 4th and 1.
Oh, that is huge, Kev. You called it. We needed it. Stop that Mashpee drive, and the Abington will take over at their own 24-yard line with 11:52 on the clock.
Mashpee there took about 5 minutes off the clock.
What do you do now, Kev?
The Green Wave, now that you have the ball, Sean, you can do one or two things, right? You can just go for the juggler, or, you can play it safe.
Kind of take time off
Take
the
time
clock.
off the clock, work the clock. That's what the safe thing is, but
Mashpee's got to watch out for both of them.
Green Wave doesn't usually play it safe.
They need that ball back. 76 yards away from pay dirt right now.
Green Wave in a running set.
Augusta, back to pass, looking to throw. It's got time. Puts it
What a
downfield, deep, connects with Klein. Klein
could go. It's going all the way. Touchdown, man of Muskegon!
76-yard scoring strike, a dagger thrown from Augusta to Klein, and the Green Wave put another 6 on the board. Wow.
They put 3
What an
people
answer.
on Klein. 3 people were back there chasing Klein. He had 2 yards on him, a perfectly thrown ball.
Right in stride to Klein and never looked back. Oh, and Mashpee hanging their heads.
18.
Woo! That is just deadly. 76-yard scoring pass with 11:40 left here in the game.
Wow, what a great play. Great call there by the Green Wave, going deep on the first play. They kind of used that as a turnover almost, Sean, really changing the momentum there. Two run score, but the only thing is now, though, don't take a lot of time off the clock, but you got to score to get that lead, and the Green Wave certainly did that there. Great job by the Green
That
Wave
was
offense.
a statement play right there by the Green Wave.
Perfectly thrown ball. Nice touch by Augusta.
Even though you got to think Mashpee got to be worrying about it, and they still let it happen.
Green Wave going for 2.
Shotgun with Klein. Klein handoff, and it's going to be stopped. The PAT rush is no good. As the handoff was to Retzos.
Number 3 for the Green Wave. Wow, so nice job by the Green Wave as we just get into the 4th quarter here. 11 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. First play of the 4th quarter, the Green Wave puts 6 up on the board. Make it 18-6, a 12-point lead.
Go defense!
Ooh, baby.
I know the Green Wave, of course, Green Wave defense has just been very stout all night. Nice job when they've had so many 4th and a couple of yards, and they've been able to answer the call every single time today.
That was an exciting play to watch again.
Well, Sean, this is the first. You saw this in the 3rd and 4th quarter, the second half last week. It's the first time you really feel like they're playing Abington football.
Yeah.
Kind of good complementary football, nice running, good, really just tough football in the trenches, doing a nice job blocking, nice job of kind of taking care of your responsibilities on the defensive side of the ball.
They're playing good team football right
Exactly.
now. It takes usually that 2, 3, 4 games to kind of gel, and you can see Abington really coming together. Where Spry is throwing down some nasty blocks for Klein, and then Klein is being used as a decoy, and you see Spry taking runs of 19, 20 yards. You got guys like Jere Cole and McClellan stepping up. Here's the kickoff. High end-over-end kick coming down right at about the 25-yard line, and is again O'Brien with the tackle.
He's Matthew Slater,
He is.
Mr. Special Teams, number 22. Getting down there, making the tackle. And, if you look where he was, it's perfect. His perfect placement. That's his responsibility. Basically, that outside. He didn't kind of cut in to try to make the big play.
Right.
Kind of stayed to his responsibilities, made sure that the kid wasn't going to get something on the outside and make a long run. So nice job by Brendan O'Brien.
Ball on the 32. Let's see if the Green Wave can have a little statement defensive stand here. 3 and out would be Brendan O'Brien?
Yeah.
I think it's about 105%.
I thought so. I mean, I just checking.
Looking for a 3 and out here for the Green Wave. Let's go D. Hendricks again tries to spread him out in the shotgun formation. Looking to throw. Going out to the... is that a backwards pass?
I don't think it was.
They blow it down.
They blow it dead.
But there's O'Brien with the ball just in case.
The history of that ball, it looks the runner or the receiver slipped anyways, but...
Jack Vinitsky was the intended receiver, number 12.
Well, the other thing too, Sean, it takes away the playbook for Mashpee here because you're down 2 scores.
I gotta wonder if that was going to be a halfback pass there.
It might have been. You might have
double
been something
pass,
right.
like,
But you take away some of the playbook now because now it's like you're down. You've got down about 11 minutes to go in the ball game. You're down 2 scores.
Yeah.
If you score the Green Wave, you got to feel like you almost have to score quick or faster. So now it's like you really can't just like chunk it down the field with runs and dink and dunk passes. You really need to kind of get bigger chunks.
2nd and 10, looking to throw once again.
Pressure,
Hendricks
good pressure.
puts it up and incomplete. Double coverage there, thrown into.
Yeah, they had him high and low. Lucas Summers was up high, and I don't know who was underneath. Was able to cut underneath. I don't know who that is.
Good-looking fan down there at the game, taking a couple of stats.
Sean's doing remote from the sidelines tonight.
Got my lavalier mic under my sweatshirt, apparently. So it's 3rd and 10 at the 32. Gabe Spry, the defensive captain, looking for the play call from defensive coordinator Jim Daly.
I mean, the other thing, too, the Green Wave has had such consistent coaching, Sean. Daly and Riley have been there over 20 years now. Yeah. So really, it just really helps the kids kind of understand what the program is.
Oh, ball's fumbled. Picks up and going to be taken down for the sack. Green
Huge.
Wave on a 3rd down sack. Landers gets to him first with Cole right behind him.
Number 51 as well for the Green Wave. Brady Cristofaro in there. Nice
Big
job.
pressure.
A little miscue there by the Falcons, but the Green Wave is there. Make sure nothing else happens. So now it's going to be 4th and about, 15? 4th and 15 here for the Falcons. Are they punting? They're punting. If this was a 4th and 5, I'd be careful, but I think, that's just too much to lose there. Green Wave, Klein, and Retzo's back at about the 45.
Ooh, high
kick.
snap, but he comes down with
High
it.
snap.
Gets
Low
it
kick.
off. And the ball, Seamus Schmidt picks it up. And midfield gets it up to the 40.
Nice job by Schmidt coming up. The thing is, if you got to do that, you got to make sure you have sure hands, Sean. But he's able to get another 10 yards of field position there. Number 11, nice job by the Green Wave.
10:38 left to go in the game. The Green Wave will take over with the Mashpee 40. Good field position here.
Absolutely. It's the Green Wave. Falcons were very fortunate that wasn't a block punt. The Green Wave didn't have. They had a return on. This Green Wave was looking for, obviously they were looking for the, good field position. You got to get the ball at the 50, 45, 50. So if you do a good run back, you can get it back to the 25 or 20, 25 anyway. So
shout out to our other assistant coaches, Scott Pfeiffer, Aiden Cawley, and our fresh coaches, Tom Shepard, Bella Kabongo, Tim O'Brien, Keith Faxon, and Kalanji Kabongo. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Green Wave at the 40-yard line. Give right side to Klein. Klein turns the corner and pushed out of bounds at about the 38, 37-yard line.
Klein does, one thing he does right there, and you can see it like in that play. He comes across, he's got both hands on the ball, so it makes it look like he's going to cut up inside, so almost like kind of, if you watch that, that's when you usually run inside the tackles, right? It's when you have both hands on the ball. And then he kind of just like takes the other hand and becomes like a real explosive runner to go outside. He only picked up 2, but he's just such an impressive running back.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line. Green Wave up to the line of scrimmage. Augusta. Hand up underneath to Retzos. Retzos doesn't get much around that left side. Good pursuit on the right side of the defense. Tackle on the play by number 44 for the Falcons. That's Cameron Sweeney.
The big thing for the Green Wave, Sean, you want to score, of course, but just taking time off the clock. every second that comes up, that's one less second that Mashpee's going to have to be able to come back. So, the Green Wave doing a nice job here of just keeping the ball on the ground so far, taking time off the clock.
Green Wave are actually doing that right now. They're letting the clock roll down before they're going to call a timeout. Offensive coordinator Ed Riley.
So we're talking about all
playing
the new
chess
rules.
right now
The
on
12,
a checkerboard.
Right, the 12. The 12-minute time things, but now rather than 5 timeouts, it's only 3 timeouts.
Right.
I think that part of it is a good move because 5 timeouts was sometimes exhausting as far as,
Yeah.
you and I, we can fill airtime and non-stop talking, but 5 timeouts even test our limits there, Sean. So I do like that part of the rule changes, given only 3 timeouts, but I don't like the 12-minute quarters. I think it's too long.
Well, it's tough, especially for the smaller schools in the Division 8, where they only have 20-some kids on the team, and they actually appealed to the MIA to get a waiver to that, and the MIA rejected it. And there was a lot of objection, consternation, opposition, anger, I might say, from the Division 8 team. So look for that to be debated and argued in the future. I think you can hear Roy Leander in the background.
Yelling something about the clock.
It is going to be, third down for the Green Wave.
He's a charter member of the Will Klein fan club.
That's right. He might be president.
Yeah, I think he's president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer.
See Aiden Colley out there with the headsets for the Green Wave. He was one of the standout members of our Super Bowl championship team, wide receiver and safety, cornerback. Went on to play as the Curry Colonels.
He's a great two-way player for the Green Wave.
So, third down.
Brother was a stellar quarterback for the Green Wave.
See if the Green Wave can take advantage of any weaknesses they find in the Mashpee coaching system or the Mashpee defense right now with 3rd and 7 at the 37. Looking to throw. Pump fakes. Goes downfield.
He's got him.
Looking for
Seamus Smith. Touchdown, man, Muskegon!
37 yards in the air.
Dagger in the heart, Sean.
Seamus Schmidt from Colby, Augusta. One-on-one coverage. The little chair pattern with the pump fake. And it worked textbook fashion right there.
Perfectly thrown ball.
37-yard touchdown pass. 9:24 left on the clock. And the Green Wave hit pay dirt once again.
Nice job by the Green Wave executing on those deep passes the last couple times. I mean, they threw several deep passes early in the game, just weren't connecting, had the players open, but the timing was just a little bit off, and of course they just, basically just as you said, Sean, it came together there for the Green Wave, and just Colby Augusta just throwing beautiful deep passes.
Completely different half. Colby had a couple of incompletes in the first half. This second half, he's on fire. Schmidt coming alive in the last 2 games too, going down deep for the Green Wave. They line up for the PAT conversion attempt. Give to Klein. Klein gets hit in the backfield, though, and the scrum.
It looks like it's going to be good, right? I don't know.
No, just falls short.
Wow. I thought, seemed like he moved a lot, but obviously not crossing the line.
24-6.
24-6 Green Wave. Deep in the fourth quarter here, with 9:24 to remain in the ball game.
Just to remind you of the scoring for the Green Wave thus far, with 7:03 left in the second quarter, Klein scored with a 1-yard touchdown run. That was set up by a big screenplay by Gabe Spry. And then Mashpee answered back with a 20-yard run at 2:47 left in the first half, made it 6-6. Both teams missed their PATs. That's what the score remained at the half. And the Green Wave came out after stopping the Mashpee's first possession. They took the ball and marched 75-yard downfield, capped with a 22-yard run by Will Klein, made it 12-6. The PAT kick was no good because Mashpee had 3 guys in our backfield before we even put the ball down in place. Then here in the fourth quarter, first play from fourth quarter, Abington strikes again with a 76-yard pass from Colby Augusta to Klein, making it 18-6. And then you just saw the 37-yard dagger, Augusta to Schmidt down the near sideline, makes it 24-6 Green Wave. They are starting to run away with it right now, Kevin.
Absolutely. This is the kind of the games that we come to expect from the Green Wave. Doing a nice job, good complementary football, both sides of the ball. Once again, just like deadens the ball at the 16-yard line. That one looks like it would have gone out if you let it go, and he kind of got caught in between.
It's on the 26-yard line.
16.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
Yeah.
16-yard line.
So here's the thing, though. The only thing, the one criticism of tonight, though, would be the PATs.
Yeah.
You're leaving points out there.
Yeah, and those could be a big difference.
They could be a big difference. Now you got a 18-point lead. Mashpee's going to have to score 3 times, and with 9 minutes left to go in the ball game, they're probably not going to see the ball 3 more times. And if they are, it's only because you're scoring.
Right. So here they come with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Mashpee looking a little tired. Green Wave kind of got a lot of pep in their step right now. Hendricks calls his cadence. He pitches right. And tackled maybe at the line of scrimmage by Klein.
Klein once again coming up from his defensive spot. Nice job reading that, coming in to help out the line. One of the things, that's where I thought, Sean, now you look for the trickery, right?
Yeah.
You look for, like, okay, Klein, kind of came up there. Is that something that they're going to look to kind of throw over the top on? Like, you do that halfback option.
And this is where a team misses a guy like Devon Ford, who could blow open an 80-yard run at any time.
Any team would miss Devon.
Yeah.
Ford. The kid was a special
He was
player.
unbelievable. I
Question.
think all-time leading scorer for Mashpee.
Well, he's one of the best players, I've seen in my
Playing
lifetime.
at Framingham State right now. Had 3 or 4 touchdowns in the last week's game.
As a freshman.
Second and long, going to throw once again. Puts it up, coming down the middle of the field, and falls incomplete just off the outstretched hand of the intended receiver. That was number 20, Jared Barr. Bring up third and long now.
Tommy Fanara on the coverage for the Green Wave, number 10.
Tommy's a good athlete.
So he's adopted? I'm just joking. I know his dad. We're just kidding.
Third down in about 9 or so. Green Wave would love a 3-and-out right now with a 24-6 lead. Try to just milk the clock if they get the ball back. They send Hughes out wide to the near side. Not in the shotgun, though. He's got the eye backfield. Hendricks fades back, rolls.
Cole is right
Big
on him.
rush, gets the ball away, and it falls. Oh, incomplete. Broken up by Klein. Good job by Klein. The receiver was behind him, but I think Klein kind of knew the limits of Hendricks' arm there.
I'll tell you, Klein is like unbelievable. He knows when to come back, when to come up on the line of scrimmage, when to drop back. Just doing a great job. And number 52 for the Green Wave, that's Jere Cole, was doing a nice job of pressure, stringing it out, but pressuring the quarterback at the same time. Definitely threw that ball off balance.
O'Brien also on the coverage there with help by Klein. So good job. Again, good team play, good pressure and good coverage.
You see any quarterback at any level, if they can't set their feet and throw the ball, it just is not, usually there's not good results. And right there, he couldn't do that because of Cole's pressure.
Falcons forced a punt, 3-and-out by the Green Wave D. And the ball is going to roll and be picked up at the 48. Hands it off to Klein, coming at you. Klein gets it up to the 50, and it'll be 1st and 10 at midfield for the Green Wave.
Great field position by the Green Wave. Nice job by the Green Wave, taking care of the ball.
8:09 left here in the game. 24-6 the Green Wave. It was a back-and-forth ping-pong match in the first half, 6-6 at the halftime. But then the Green Wave answered with their first possession with that 22-yard run by Klein. On their second possession, it took one play, 76-yard pass from Augusta to Klein. And then their third possession resulted in a 37-yard pass to Schmidt.
Right. Well, nice job. Absolutely, Sean. We just talked about it. You can't say enough about this ball game coming in here. It's been back and forth. I mean, Mashpee just couldn't answer the bell when the Green Wave started scoring and throwing up the big plays.
Right. Here we go, right in front of you. Billy Davis bringing a great view right down the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Augusta gives a little trip in the backfield. Looked like the running back lost his
He was
footing.
leaning forward.
Who was that? It was Costa Retzos. So no gain on the play. Bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're very fortunate that didn't turn into a turnover, but it's a nice job by Colby being able to get the ball in there still. Colby
Loss of
Augusta,
one.
we wanted to talk about players. I mean, Colby Augusta's had a great game tonight. I mean, just doing a good job of managing the offense on one, but also kind of doing a great job of throwing the deep ball. He's got a cannon for an arm. That's one of the things we said even in, when we're playing Hingham. He's really able to throw that ball 40, 45 yards downfield.
2nd and 11. Augusta puts a man in motion, gives up the middle, and nothing doing there. Tripped up, pick up maybe one of the original line of scrimmage. That was Spry.
Well, Green Wave, I think, Sean, obviously you want to move it and you want to move the chains, but I think, you're not going to see the running. You're not going to see any pass unless it's 3rd and 11 or something like that, like we see now. First 2 downs are going to be like take a minute and a half off the clock,
Yep.
and then, see what you can do on the 3rd.
They don't give him any pickup on the play there. Bring up 3rd and 11 at the Abington 49-yard line. Colby gets the play from offensive coordinator Ed Riley.
Of course, with an incomplete pass, you stop the clock, and the Green Wave doesn't want that. So
It's starting to get a little nippy out here now. Not much of a breeze, which is good, but falling down into the low 50s. 3rd down for the Green Wave. Well, it's a little counter play. Retzos trying to get around the left side. Retzos downfield. Gets it down to about, the 43-yard line.
So he
Clock
come up with a
continues to
big
roll.
decision here. 4th and about 3?
4th and 3 at the 43. Yeah.
So big, decision here. If you punt it down, you're probably going to be able to punt it down to about the 10, given a long field.
I think the Green Wave. Let's see if they try to send Mashpee a message right now.
They've been putting all their chips in all night long, Sean.
That's right.
I'm looking for them to go for it here, 4th and 3. And the thing is, they've been able to execute on all those plays all night long.
Coach Riley talking to Colby Augusta, maybe telling him, like, look, you get up the line of scrimmage. If you see what you like, run the play. If you don't see it, call it timeout. He knows that Colby, he's a consummate student athlete. The kid's got like a 3.9. Oh, timeout being called by someone. By Abington. So Abington's going to think about it with the 4th and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Well, I just saw Klein is on the sidelines there. So if you're going to go for it on 4th and 3, I think you'd probably want,
Well, give it a Gabe.
you can get a Gabe, but
5:50 on the clock.
I think you want Klein on the field. We got a lot of great players, but obviously, Will Klein, the defense is keen on him too, so you don't have to give it to Klein, but I just think it's one of those things you definitely want him on the field.
Having a Green Wave cheerleaders right there in front of us, doing a great job. And I apologize, I forgot to bring my list of Abington Green Wave cheerleaders down to Mashpee. So we'll say it extra next game.
Next game we'll say extra. But we didn't finish the sponsors either.
We didn't finish the sponsors.
But, we'll do it again next year. Next week,
game.
next game.
And we'll be home against Carver. Abington will be playing on
Crusaders.
Friday the 11th against Carver. It's actually Carver Sacred Heart this year. Sacred Heart is merged with Carver for the football program.
Well, that's probably good. Both can be Crusaders.
That's right.
That's right. The Catholic school. I don't know if I've ever seen a Catholic school,
merge with a public school.
Or, have a co-sports. Usually it's two smaller towns.
See,
like Green Wave obviously did it with East Bridgewater Hockey for many, many years.
See Leland Spry out there, one of our hydrology management team members, helping out with the water today. You'll hear his name in the years to come. All right, here come the Green Wave. 4th and 3 on the 43-yard line. They need 3 yards to keep this ball and move the stakes left to right across your television screen. Colby calls the cadence. Klein goes in motion. They give to Spry. Spry left side dekes one guy. Guys forward and gets the first down.
That's a statement right there, Sean.
That's
nice
right.
job by the Green Wave, just taking over the line of scrimmage there. Great job, and they've done all night. When they've needed to get it, they've done it. Great job by the offense executing. Great job by the offensive line.
The confidence and the dominance right now in the Abington offensive line and in Gabe Spry, your big fullback. Gives them a fresh set of downs now at the 39-yard line, and that kind of quiets down the Mashpee sidelines.
Well, I want to say hello out here tonight. Rich Delaney is down here, my high school classmate. Class of 79 is down here, along with Bill Mockler, wide receiver.
Former wide receiver.
Delaney. Rich Delaney, one of the
Mike Warden taking a breather, the big number 74.
Talking about the class 74. His brother Rob, I think, was in that class.
All right, back they'll give to Cedric Lucas Summers. Cedric hits a guy around his ankles and then gets taken down.
No gain on the play.
Cedric can break free if he gets an opportunity.
We did the good thing, though. His forward progress was stopped before he went out of bounds, so you keep the clock going. So nice job by the Green Wave. Can't say enough of the complete game they played tonight. Just an awesome job coaching, offense, defense, special teams have done a good job tonight as well.
Abington comes back up to the line of scrimmage.
Mashpee, you got to give credit. Mashpee, too. I mean, they're a good team. They're, a solid team. Green Wave has just had a better night tonight.
Augusta pitches. Right side. Retsos trying to get up. Got the wheels. Just can't find the holes tonight. Retsos is going to get his due, though. Retsos, he had a couple of exciting plays for us last year. I think you're going to see him being used very well this year.
He's a senior this year.
Yep.
So I remember when he was a sophomore. It seems like that's like.
I remember it was youth football. We were saying, "Who is that kid running down the sideline?"
Fast.
Yeah.
So Green Wave comes up 3rd and 10 here for the Green Wave. Almost the exact same thing we had last series, Sean. 3rd and 10.
Colby in the huddle. Here come the Green Wave. Schmidt's going to go out wide to the far side. McGuire lies up on the right side tight end. Donovan, right side wing. No, sorry, it's Retsos. Retsos goes in motion. They give to Furness right up the middle. Furness,
nice
charring
shot.
away.
Pounded, good, 5 yards there, 6 yards.
Picks up 6. It'll be 4th and 4.
One of the things, Sean, it's good to see because, the Rockland game, they seemed to be down. Once they had that onside kick, it was like 7-7, and once they had the onside kick, they really didn't have any Vasquez. They didn't have any answer for Vasquez. They seemed kind of a little bit down. It wasn't like they were playing Abington football, but they came back last week, that second half against Norwell. Really did a nice job of complementary football last week, and I think this is really the first complete game that this team has played. Good 48 minutes of football.
Bodes well going into the next couple of games. Carver home, Medford home, Cohasset home the next 3 Friday nights. 4th and 4. Give a little counterplay. Retzel's trying to get around the left side. Turns the corner, cuts it back up. He's going to be close. I don't know if he's got 4.
It's just short. They're going to mark him just short, I think. They have the first down. Turnover on downs.
So
but, the Green Wave did a nice job, though. Keeping it on the ground, running the ball, taking a lot of time off the clock. We're down to 2:35 now. Game's out of reach here for Mashpee. Great job. That's exactly what you wanted to accomplish.
Ball is going to be placed at the 31-yard line.
Well, you hope that their player number 8, Rose, comes back. He seems like a special player for them. Also number 4, Hughes was also another exciting player. And they can pass the ball a little bit too. So they have some great players on that side of the ball.
Wow, you are being effusive with your praise of Boys in Blue. Is there a reason for that? First down.
Call it as I see it, Sean.
Nice cutback. Still on his feet.
It's all about the sportsmanship, Sean.
Yes, Green Wave pride and Green Wave sportsmanship, right?
Absolutely.
Good run there by number 22. Looking for his number on the roster. Oh, there it is. Bryce Taplin, junior running back. Good cut.
Still hard, you can't decipher the names.
I don't get it. We get rosters from different towns. I mean, obviously, you put it in numerical order because that's how people look up. They want to see what number, who's the name of that number.
If you don't do that, do it alphabetically.
And I've seen them do it alphabetically, which still doesn't make sense, but they do it by grade is just...
I've never seen that before.
Because they want to put the seniors on the top of the list? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. A loss on the play there on that one.
They only have, 7 seniors on this team this year. Mashpee does. So obviously, they just lost a lot of kids last year as well, and but they do have some players. I'm the best coach in the state.
I don't know. I'm going to have to give credit to the Abington coaching staff here. I think they really kind of did a great job here, especially in the second half. They really took it to them, took advantage of some weaknesses in the Mashpee defense, and the Green Wave defense has stymied the Mashpee offense.
They really have. They've done a nice job all night long.
Looking to throw, quick out pattern, connects to number 2. That is Ian Miller. Should know that by now.
Sean, one of the things tonight, though, it's like, a true sign of the dominance by the Green Wave tonight is anytime there was a big play, either way, it was Green Wave that made the play.
Yeah.
Whether it was needed a big stop on defense or you made that short down situation on offense, the Green Wave was able to, really come through tonight on both sides of the ball. Almost saw number 15, Clifford, come in, Jack Clifford.
Down under a minute to go.
I worked with his grandfather at Procter & Gamble many years ago.
Ooh, almost picked off. It was knocked down by Cedric.
Cedric Lucas Summers.
Under a minute to go. Okay, we got to start talking about players of the game.
It really was a team effort tonight, Sean.
It really was.
It's like Shea McCollum defensively did a nice job.
He did a great job. You're right.
Colby Augusta threw 2 great quarterbacks. Obviously, Will Klein, had 3
Jure Cole.
Cole
was really, had knocked down a pass. He had a sack.
So many different.
Christopher had a strong game.
Yeah, of course, Landers as always too is that kid, number 54, and Gabe Spry is consistent as always too.
Well, I'm going to tell you who my player of the game is right after this play. Looking to throw is Henrik's screenplay to number 12. That's Vinitsky. Nice spin move to get away.
50 for the Green Wave, making that tackle, Jake Bennett.
I'm giving a shout out and a player of the game to Jure Cole, number 52. The kid was all over the place. He was aggressive tonight. He put a good rush on and was in a lot of tackles and also knocked down that pass earlier. Which created the turnovers.
Face masking penalty.
Against the Green Wave.
Well, I think, Sean, it's I'm going to go with Colby Augusta.
Yeah.
The 2 big touchdown passes, perfect passes, really opened up the game tonight.
Coming back from a pretty bad injury
as well.
Dislocated
I was going to
shoulder.
say, coming back, missed the last 2 games, or most of the last 2 games. Missed just 3/4 of the Rockland game, and then also
the
Norwell game too. So really doing a nice job tonight of really executing on that, on those last 2
A
plays.
lesser player would be out for 3 or 4 weeks, but
exactly.
not our boy Colby.
So got to give Colby Augusta his due, and I'm going to make him my player of the game.
Give, right side. And the 22 going down on the far side is Taplin once again. Stop the clock as he
down
goes
the
out of
ball
bounds.
game here. Yep, able to get out.
So the Green Wave will have a nice ride back up Route 3.
Absolutely. It's always nice when you win. I mean, this is a long ride, and it's a tough ride when you're coming down. It's even worse when you're coming home and you lose. But tonight it's going to be a good ride for the Green Wave. Nice night for the coaches as well. So a lot of singing and chanting on that bus.
Remind you once again, the Green Wave will be home for the next 3 Friday nights. Friday, October 11th, home against Carver Sacred Heart. Friday the 18th, home against Medford High School. Friday the 25th, home against Cohasset High School. And then the following weeks into November will be the playoffs. The players and the locations will be determined by the MIA in the week leading up to the Friday, November 1st. So you have to stay tuned and follow Abington AD on Twitter. Penalty against Mashpee moves them back. They give it back to Taplin once again.
Number 54 for the Green Wave on the tackle.
That's Landers.
Shea Landers once again.
And McClellan.
That's the end of the ball game.
That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all we needed. 24-6. The Green Wave thumping down here against the Falcons.
Congratulations, guys. Keep it up.
That's right. It's a big win for the Green Wave. The first South Shore League game, their first South Shore League win. Tease it up well for the next couple of weekends. Can't be overlooked in Carver, but we got to try to keep a solid performance and keep everyone healthy moving forward.
Absolutely. Great job, Green Wave.
Again, the final score here from the Michael Horn Stadium in Mashpee. The Green Wave 24, the Mashpee Falcons 6. Green Wave notch another feather in their cap and take back basically the bragging rights here at Mashpee. And we will have a nice ride home, and we'll see you at Memorial Stadium next week. Thank you for tuning in to Green Wave Nation. On behalf of Bill Davis, Kevin Whalen, my name is Sean Riley. Thanks again for Justin Shanahan and Bill Marquardt down on the sidelines. Thanks for tuning in and supporting Abington Green Wave football.
Go Green Wave.
Okay, that's okay.
Good job tonight. Gotta keep on.
Good job.